Destiny was a game that made me feel close to home. Being so used to playing Call of Duty Ghosts, it felt refreshing to play a game where you get to be a space cowboy with magic on a mission. Honestly, it took over every aspect of my life. Well, it used to. During the summer of 2019, I was on around March 2005, playing Destiny for a month. Then 3 months for Destiny 2. Around this time, COVID happened and was a freshman in high school. Being online was not only interesting but lonely. Sadly, after those 3 months, that account was locked away from me because of my actions. So my friend lent me his other account to continue where I left off. Before that account was locked, I remember a fond memory. My friend GCM Racer was Titan. My friend IntenseHalo was Hunter. And I was Warlock. We were playing together before high school came about. Unfortunately, it was the last to hear from GCM Racer. During 2020, I established a few of my builds based off of my old ones, especially it still being in Season of Arrivals. I was also there for the war mining Curse of Osiris, even the Red War. During this time, I ended up being in my first clan. It consisted of adults who were mainly into PvP and raids, but I only stayed for maybe 3 months. Maybe fewer, till I left because it was dying and maybe it wasn't just for me. In 2021, I again established myself in another clan called the Fish. It consisted of members who were basically young teenagers who knew the ins and outs of every mechanic in the game to take it into their advantage. A group of sherpas, if you want to call it that. It also had some ups and downs, but the clan got along just fine. I stayed in that clan for 2 years to say the least. I met them after months of my stepfather's passing. Next was 2022. After the seasons of Destiny 2 came to an end, Beyond Light was introduced, and I was called back to venture into this rabbit hole of obtaining ice powers. Yay! It was fun! But everything seemed too perfect, possibly too quiet on my end. Then comes 2023, where things began to go chaotic and Destiny 2 had become my escape instead of a refresher. Under pressure I couldn't bear, but I used this game as a just means to be me. Exploring things, shooting things while my parents threw objects and yelled at each other in the background. 2024. We are. Things have felt quiet, but sadly colder as last time. It isn't 2019 and I'm not 14 anymore. I am now eligible adult that needs to find work, that needs to touch the grass even though it's literally sand and dirt outside. But also numb because of love life that has become tragic as as Juliet and Romeo's. At the time, I was able to fulfill a couple promises to continue making YouTube videos of my funny or dumb moments on games I played with or without other people. I also saw this as a long-term goal. I've also planned to get insured. But for Destiny 2, it was more of a retirement plan. After graduation, I planned to stop playing Destiny 2 before college starts. Yet it was a joke at first, but as I start to stray away from the game, I start to feel free and withdrawal at the same time. Before August, I tried different games by a friend of mine I've met during my senior year in high school. We mainly met online on Xbox, since I've basically distanced myself from everyone in high school. And the only person who talks to me are 2 people. One who found work, and one who hasn't. We've created a close bond with each other within 6 to 7 months, but still had our discrepancies. Complete opposites still got going. Good. Now let's talk about Destiny 2 itself. The reason why I barely said what I did alone in Destiny 2 was because it's already familiar to maybe most, not some. I simply grinded for my gear to get it up to date. Did some raids on occasions, dungeons, mainly did strikes, sometimes Nightfall, rarely Crucible, sometimes Gambit. But I mainly did campaign missions and side quests on my own. Sometimes with friends, yes, but most were just me going solo. At the time, I found myself being in my third clan, which was my friend's older brother's clan, Gay Incorporated. Why? For the giggles, and it was my friends. My other friend, Phlox, has joined it too. Destiny 2 used to be fun, used to be exhilarating, used to be the best game to escape to, but now, it isn't. It feels mentally tiring doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. Grinding felt like a chore than a choice. You have to do a number of prerequisites in order to finish a part of a campaign mission. The funny part of all of this, I was depressed, lonely as ever, and missed that old feeling. Even now I still do, but I'm tired of it. As I see others somewhat playing the game, I quit caring of it. In my friend's words, Destiny is what brought us together and torn us apart. This is said not only as friends, but said as a community. I can't guarantee that I'll ever come back, because even if I had a few more wishes to fulfill, I don't think I have the will to do the things I wanted to do. Regardless, this is a video to explain why I'm quitting Destiny.